How you doing, everybody? It's me, Minecraft's most handsome. So recently, I noticed a trend. When it comes to Minecraft 1.21, the next big update, there's quite a bit of pessimism. From the breeze to the blocks to the trial chambers itself, it seems that not everybody is necessarily in love with this Minecraft update. For the haters, deniers, and non-believers, but also lovers alike, today we ask that one simple question. Is there a hope for Minecraft 1.21? The first place we can look to answer that question is current day. What features do we have? How are they? And could the devs maybe be expanding on them soon? The new blocks inside of 1.21. So here's the kind of funny thing. For the new blocks, at least for tough, I don't think I've seen very many haters, doubters, and non-believers. At least when it comes to aesthetic. Like, ever since the tough block flip that happened pretty early on in Minecraft 1.21's development, I think pretty much everybody has universally loved and praised these blocks. Aside from maybe asking for more tough blocks, I don't see any problem here. Moving into the world of copper, things get slightly more controversial. If we want to talk about aesthetics, I think again, it's pretty much universally loved. Like this cool chiseled round design going on is steampunk, we love it. The greats? Well, they're great. Aesthetically speaking, I think pretty much everybody is in love with the copper bulb. I mean, speak up if you're not, and then the copper door, the trap door, same thing. Aesthetics are good. When it comes to a little bit of controversy, there have been some strange changes with the copper bulb and non-reversions, and then the cost of these copper doors over here, insanely expensive. Very, very newly, the vault. The vault is a little bit of a slow burn feature, at least that's what I think it's going to be. And maybe in this update in the trial chambers, it'll be really cool to see, but in the future going forward, how this will change Minecraft loot, well, it'll be changed forever. Aesthetically connected to the vault, we've got the trial spawner, of course, part of the big brand new structure. I don't know what you could really say negative about the trial spawner. I think it's a good feature. And then, of course, we've got the crafter, another feature that I think is basically just universally loved. Well, aside from some more questionable redstone changes, pretty much loved. When it comes to individual features that could potentially be hinting at more, the biggest one here clearly is going to be the trial chambers. The trial chambers is built up of almost everything we've taken a look at so far. The trial chambers is also highly in progress. We know for sure that the devs will come back around to the structure and entirely change the loot. Depending on what they decide to add to the loot table, this could actually make the update alone. It also seems like the devs are considering coming back around and reworking or at least adding to some of the roots. Maybe some more traps as well. The more variation, the better with this structure, especially if this is going to be the main part of the update. Just based off of changing the loot and potentially adding more to the structure itself, I think there's a lot of potential here. And that's not even getting into that fire new breeze drop or the insanely cool bogged as well. With the features that we have so far, well, they're promising. There's plenty of room to build off literally anything inside of the update, expand and make it even better. But what about the features that we don't have yet? Last year, up until pretty much April-March, Minecraft 1.20 continued expanding. So currently, as it stands, as of the recording of this video, the features that we're about to talk about are not confirmed for Minecraft 1.21, but there has been talk or mention of a lot of these things. Do you like my animation right here? So like, could we take a look at, say, sand layers and say, what does this potentially mean for Minecraft 1.21? Does it maybe spice up the update a little bit? Maybe win some people over? Or is it all just maybe a big no-no? The sand layers, what does it mean? Nobody knows, but it's provocative to say the least. So of course, nowadays, modern Minecraft, different types of sand and no layers. Snow, however, yeah, that stuff definitely layers up. And that image that was accidentally and intentionally tweeted out by Nenbon months and months ago, there were layers to this stuff. The modern Minecraft desert is one of the most stale, crusty biomes in the entire game. Could Minecraft 1.21 maybe overhaul this thing with perhaps a brand new unique weather system, a sandstorm, where layers are created inside of the desert? An update like that, I think, would be received pretty warmly by the community and would be really interesting, creating a brand new potential survival experience. Maybe you pack up, head over to the sandiest biomes in your world, maybe Badlands as well, and get to experience a dangerous new type of survival. Now, pretty much right away, Nenbomb said, no, backtrack, this meant to nothing. Simple accident right there, it means nothing at all. Not coming to the game. But let's just say it is real. A weather update and a desert update have both been requested for years. It'd be great. Roger Badgerman. No, it almost hurts to say the name. This too soon. After Badgerman's run, another raid by the name of Dangione that was suspiciously similar popped up, and a string of leaks, one of which perfectly predicted the 1.21 crafter. Some interesting things for 1.21 were teased. Can we look to those for hope? I feared to almost say it, but I feel like the whole emoji, we might actually already have that one. The trial spawner. When you walk up to the thing and take a look at the texture, there's a hole on the top of the texture. Very weird. The trial spawner. When one is able to complete a trial, it opens up dark hole. That might be it. Noisy box. One could say the vault and all of its beautiful, loud, clunky noises. Maybe that noisy box. When looking for hope in the hints that we might have for 1.21, unfortunately, I think Badgerman's box is completely empty. Combat. In a throwback to the official announcement of Minecraft 1.21, when this update was first hyped up by the devs themselves in Minecraft Live, they described the update as a combat and tinkering update with a little bit of adventuring in the mix to spice it up. How in the world could the devs release a combat update while not updating any combat system at all? Guys, I feel like it's gotta happen. Like, what's going on with the combat system? In a world where the devs care more and more about version parity year after year, how could combats not be on the table? This is like the biggest difference between Java and Bedrock. What's going on? A throwback to a couple of years ago, the devs were dropping these really intriguing combat test snapshots where basically like different weapons would have different reach. That was one of my favorite parts of it. You would have a trident that is like clearly a very, very long thing. It would have a far longer reach than say an axe, which is like very much so like a short range thing. A sword was kind of like your true neutral, like middle ground, middle of the road thing. With even just different weapon reaches alone, that adds so much opportunity for more weapons to be added to the game. And that's not even mentioning the different timings some of the weapons got too. Like, for example, you could have maybe a sword that is really, really short, but like, is really, really quick. You can almost spam with it. With the trial chambers and the whole combat theme, there is so much potential, in fact, more than ever, for a ton of new items to be added to the game in this update. The devs touching and revamping combat is possibly the best thing that could happen for 1.20. Nowadays, modern Minecraft to Java or Bedrock, when creating a world, you've got options on options, including experimental options of villagers. What in the world's happening? So I'm going to be honest, the experimental villager updates are definitely not exactly loved by the community. With these updates being a little bit more controversial and maybe requiring more specific dedicated attention, because these updates might require a little bit more time, resources, and dedication, they might not actually make the cut into Minecraft 1.21. But I mean, I feel like we had to, at least like an honorable mention while we're here to the brand new villager updates that might make it into the game at some point. Given the community's general overall reception to a lot of these changes though, I would say this is like the anti of hope for 1.21. Maybe not great. The second spiciest thing when it comes to the potentials of 1.21 is buried inside of a Minecraft monthly video very, very subtly. Inside of this Minecraft monthly from a couple months ago, very briefly, at the top of the screen. But we slow it down, 0.5 speed. Very briefly, at the top of the screen, and one of the tabs, we can see something called a frying table. Oh, that's spicy. So I don't know about you, but I feel like this whole frying table thing could potentially tie in perfectly with the villager updates that are allegedly maybe coming to the game. Imagine a simple yet complicated world where the villagers are a little bit more diversified, not maybe being able to sell carrots anywhere. Instead, perhaps maybe in this new world, there are a couple new crops added to the game, and you have to travel around the world to the different new villager trades to be able to buy all of the different crops. Maybe they don't generate. After gathering up some of the new foods, you would take it back over to your base, craft the brand new frying table. That's a frying table, okay? And then you'd fry it up. Some kind of big food update overhaul instead of 1.21. When asking the question of, is there hope for 1.21? In terms of combat, so much hope and potential there. The devs could do a lot with it. When it comes to food, there's a lot there too. So I don't know, whenever I'm working on these videos like this one, I kind of like to keep things nice and organized, recapped, and, you know, like catch up, make sure we're all in the same place. So far today, from looking at the features actually in the game, and the features that could potentially be coming to 1.21 that we kind of know about, I would say there's a lot of hope and promise. But there is one thing that determines everything, and that is time. Is there time? With the development cycle that seems to be following the course of the previous two major updates, 1.19 and 1.20, now let's assume that the update releases in June. If it does, what happened with 1.20 last year? Well, last year, Minecraft Snapshot 23W07A was the big snapshot that implemented the Sniffer, the Cherry Blossom biome, and the archaeology system, or at least an early version of it. But at the time that snapshot that dropped, technically speaking, was not a Minecraft 1.20 snapshot. Snapshots were still in development for 1.19.x versions at that point. A handful of weeks later, we get Minecraft Snapshot 23W12A. That was the very first technical 1.20 snapshot. This was also the snapshot that expanded 1.20 quite a bit, adding the brand new trial ruin structure into the game, expanding archaeology, and adding even more armor trim. Last year, the snapshot dropped on the 22nd of March, so quite a bit in the future. When it comes to Minecraft development though, there's one big thing that sort of marks the beginning of the end, or maybe two: advancements and music. That's where we jump ahead last year to Minecraft Snapshot 23W17A. This was basically the final notable snapshot for Minecraft 1.20. In this snapshot, new music was added to the game, and a new disc was added as well. Timeline-wise, that's going to mean that last year, development for Minecraft 1.20 pretty much wrapped up near the end of April. If 1.21 releases near the beginning of June, like the previous two updates, that means we have only about 2 months left of development until the update needs to be basically done. At the conclusion, the features that we have so far, they're nice, but if they haven't won you over, they might not win you over yet. The features that we know about that could be coming to the game, there are some potentially really big ones here that could make this one of the greatest updates ever. However, time is the ever-moving, always ticking slow beast that is going to determine everything for this update. If big things don't start popping up in snapshots soon, look, I don't like that tone, If Minecraft 1.21, there is still hope. These next few weeks are definitely going to be interesting. Anyways, for today's video, that's just about all that I cooked up. I hope it all makes sense, a little bit different than usual, but let me know how you think I did down below. And tap like and subscribe. If you haven't heard yet, I've been live streaming. I've been having so much fun, just like interacting with chat, talking with you guys and everything like that. If you stopped by a stream, thank you. And if you haven't yet, try and check them out. Usually I do it at Friday, like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern time. On the live time of the channel is all the VODs too, so you can catch them after. Anyways, that's all I got to say. Links are in the description. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.